Hi, it's Cindy Davis, the Feel Good Coach, and today I want to talk to you about the book I'm reading at the moment, which has been absolutely amazing. I came across it in my Facebook feed the way you do, and picked it up on Kindle. So here's what the cover looks like. It's called The Space Within by Michael Neill, and as you can see, I got it in Kindle version, and I've just read it through for the third time in succession. I read it the first time and thought, wow, I really need to read that again. I'm one of these people who, when I read a book, I tend to generally scan through it the first time, and then I go through and get more meaning from it, and we'll go into a bit more detail and think about and reflect a bit more. And then when I'd done it the second time, I just wanted to read it again. So that's how good it is. I've just read it 3 times in a row. And I wanted to talk to you today about there's a bit in there where Michael Neill talks about he signs off his emails saying love Michael, and has received some criticism from people about that. People who think that love is a finite resource and shouldn't be just given out to just anybody. I sign my emails with gratitude, sometimes with love and gratitude. I'm leaning towards love and gratitude now. Maybe it'll be love at some point. But the point of this video is that Michael Neill received an email once, not that long ago, when he was writing the book, and it was signed off "Rest in peace." And initially, obviously, he saw that and sort of prickled and thought that this person maybe knew something about his health and was trying to give him a really passive aggressive tip. But, who signs an email, "Rest in peace"? But then he thought about it and he thought to himself, well, isn't peace of mind what we all want? And isn't that the reason we say "rest in peace" when someone passes on is that we instinctively know that they are at peace and they've got this peace of mind that we're searching for? And isn't it funny? Isn't it strange that that peace of mind is here for us even now in this earthly plane before we even pass on, and yet we're so conditioned to think we can only have it when we die that we don't look for it now. I get my peace of mind from my meditation practices and from taking little mindful moments out in the day to breathe and just be in the moment, and allow myself to feel how I feel and let my thoughts do their thing and not get caught up in them and all that kind of thing. I want to talk to you about something I've been writing about in my book. I'm writing a book for people with depression, because I used to suffer from depression, and I want to help people climb out of that pit the way that I have, and give people some tools and some hope and a bit of fun along the way to feel better. And at the beginning of the book, I wrote a section about my experiences of depression, and there were times when I felt it was so difficult to get up in the morning and act normal and be around people that there were moments when I just thought it would be easier not to wake up. That was really hard for me to write, and because I didn't really tell anybody I was feeling that way at the time. And yeah, it's still a bit emotional, but I think I've worked through most of that. But the thing is, I wasn't going to hurt myself or anything like that, but it was just so hard just to keep going, and just getting up and getting dressed was just, it seemed impossible. And I think part of what I was thinking there was reflected back to me in this book when I saw those words, "Rest in peace." That's all I wanted. I just wanted to have peace, rest in peace. And it was my thoughts, it was just my thoughts that were keeping me feeling that way. It was my thoughts about what was going on, it was my thoughts about how I was feeling, it was my thoughts about my life, and everything that I thought was wrong with it. It was just my thoughts. And if I could have had peace from my thoughts, then I wouldn't have felt like I wished I hadn't woken up. I wouldn't have felt that way. The only peace I could get was when I was asleep, and I think that's why I slept 12, 16 hours a day. And when I was awake, I didn't really want to be awake. And I don't know, I was inspired this morning to just put this blog together, this video together, and put it out there for anyone who, even has moments of feeling that way, of feeling like, oh gosh, I just can't keep going with all these thoughts. It's just going round and round in my head. You don't have to think those thoughts. There's a line in the book that says, you don't have to think that. And it's true, it's so true. And just reflect on that for a moment. You don't have to think that. And really feel the freedom that that gives you. All of the things that you're worrying about, all of the things that seem to be big, scary monsters in your life, really, if you really reflect on that, the thing that's making you feel bad, it's your thoughts about it, not the actual circumstances. So really, I just wanted to make this video to, if it would help anybody, just to share a little bit about my journey, I suppose, cliche, and to encourage you to read that book, The Space Within by Michael Neill, because it is a fantastic book. And if it sounds like something you would like, then I'll put a link down below in the blog, and you can get it for yourself and read it. And I hope you get as much from it as I have. And I hope that this blog has given you some perspective. And my wish for you is that you can see your thoughts for what they are. They're not real. They are just your thoughts. And you don't have to believe them. And they're not necessarily true. If that helps you in any way, then my work here is done. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll speak to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.